Wow, Alabasai said. So what happened to the Oren? Atakanal asked. Oh. He walked from village to village, king to king, asking for the Erodin. The last king sent him across the sea where he was never heard of again. What does the Erodin look like? Tolu wanted to know. It is a secret for kings. Are you one? She asked Tolu. The latter kept mute at a loss. Grandma went ahead to say, it is a tactic used by elders to send away little children when sensitive matters are being discussed or when they do not want to be disturbed. It is a non-existent errand. Oh! Now I get what the tortoise did, Tolu exclaimed, wide-eyed. He sent the beast on a non-existent errand. How clever! Grandma wrapped up the story after she had answered all the children's questions. By that time, it was nearing midnight. So they packed up the mats and retired for the night. In the morning, after they had eaten a breakfast of moin moin and oji, Tolu sat with Grandma in front of the house and the two traded stories of life in the USA and in the village. Grandma delighted Tolu with tales of festivals and ceremonies that happen in the village. Tolu especially loved the stories of how the Osun River, from which the state of Osun derived its name, came to be. Osun had been one of the wives of the then Alafin of Oyo Kingdom, Sango. And a fight ensued between herself and another queen in the palace that drove her out of the kingdom. Babatunde walked into the compound from his walk around the village, to find his mother and his daughter in a deep conversation. They didn't notice him walking towards them until he was almost near where they sat. Mommy, don't let Tolulope trouble you. She asks a lot of questions, Babatunde said on getting to where they sat. The old woman smiled and said, she takes after you, you know. You used to trouble your father with questions too. Her son burst into laughter. Facing Tolu, who had been watching their exchange with interest, he said, young lady, time to take a nap. You know how we do it. Chop chop. No Dad, I want to talk with Grandma, Tolu whined. No can do. Please get up, her father replied. When she still didn't move, he took her by the hand and led her to her room. He tucked her into bed and as he turned to leave, Tolu called him back. Dad? Grandma said you would get me something when you got back. And what might that be? Babatunde asked, curious. A rodent, she answered. A rodent? What is that? Babatunde asked. She said it's a gift. I will show it to my friends when I go back home, she said, trying to keep a straight face. Her father said, thinking, I've heard about it before. Turning to her, he said, go to sleep. I'll go and talk to her, and then he left the room. Babatunde found his mother right where he had left her in front of the house and he asked her about the erodin that Tolu had told him about. Her grandmother, already knowing what trick Tolu was trying to pull, tried to hold back her laughter. She said, ha, I forgot to tell Deli to collect it. Oh, Babatunde, iwo lo ma lo gba wa o. What is this erodin, mommy? Babatunde asked. You should go and meet Deli. He will tell you what it is and where you will get it. Okay, let me go now before it gets late, Babatunde replied. Deli, Babatunde called as he got to his brother's house. Haha, Bodami, you miss me already? Deli teased his brother when he opened the door and saw who it was. I was just going to dress up and come back. That's not what I even came for. Mommy said you know where we will get the erodin for Tolu. Erodin? Deli asked, a frown on his face. When he realized what was going on, he perked up and said, oh yes. Erodin. Ah. It's with Uncle in Ife. You have to see him today, latest early tomorrow morning because he's going on a trip. Babatunde was quiet for a while before saying, "What kind of gift is it that I have to go all the way to Ife for?" Bodami, it's necessary for her to have something of value from her first visit to her fatherland. Oh, Delhi answered his brother. Babatunde thought for a while before saying, "I can't go now. I'll go early in the morning tomorrow." Iko mommy, Babatunde greeted his mother when he got back home. When she had answered him, he explained what Delhi had told him. "I cannot go again today. It's already late, mommy," he told her. Rera o, Babatunde. Ijafra Luo. Is it that serious? Babatunde asked, wondering what the urgency was about. "Okay, let me go and change then," he said and turned to go into the house. He was searching his bags for what to wear when Ayabo walked into their room. "Haha, where are you going so late in the day?" she asked, looking up at the clock. "I have to go to Ife. Mommy said I have to collect a gift for Tolu from Uncle." "Gift? What gift?" Ayabo asked. "She called it a rodent. I do not know what it is either." Ayabo had an incredulous look on her face as she looked at her husband, mouth agape. She couldn't believe her ears. "Ha! Babatunde. I can't believe you don't know what a rodent is." Babatunde, who still had a look of confusion on his face, shook his head. Ayabo could not contain her laughter and it burst out of her. "I'm sorry. I don't mean to mock you. I just find it hard to believe that you don't know the story of a rodent," she said when her laughter had died down. "What story?" her husband asked innocently. "Are you not a Yoruba man? Don't you know that a rodent does not exist?" she said. "Really?" he asked. "Yes. Okay, let's go to Grandma." Ayabo took him by the hand and they went in search of Grandma. "Mama, Alawo Orimi wants to go and collect a rodent in Ife," she said to her mother-in-law, already laughing again. Mama, already laughing with Delhi, answered and said, "Yes, I sent him to Ife to go and collect it from his uncle." Delhi, who had been laughing throughout the whole exchange, said, "Bodami, how many years did you spend abroad that you have forgotten the story of a rodent? Remember that mommy used to play this trick on us when we were little. She used to play it on us when she doesn't want us around when discussion were going on," he said to his older brother. "Oh yes. When Tolu mentioned a rodent, I thought that I had heard of it before," Babatunde said. Then he added, "But hold on, oh, where did Tolu learn this?" he asked, giving his wife and mother suspicious looks. His mother, who was still laughing, said, "I told them a story about it last night." Everyone burst into another round of laughter. Babatunde, now joining in, said, "These children act wiser than their years.